I'm just going to tell you a bit about my international experience. Obviously, a short while ago I was away in Italy, playing the under 20s. So the day of my call up, I was in cafe, got a phone call from my mum, and I picked up the phone and she's like, "Sam, have you checked your emails?" I was like, "No, I mean, can't be anything interesting there." She's like, "Seriously, check your emails." I was like, "I mean, what could it be?" I look, and it's an email from Italy, and I've been called up and I'm flying out the next day. Obviously, for some people, this would be the best news of their life, and obviously, it's brilliant news, like, it is an amazing opportunity, but I'll be honest with you, the last thing I wanted to do was go to Italy the next day. And for those that know me well, for those in my house, they know I spent a lot of that night crying on the phone to my mum, saying how much I didn't want to go. I blubbered like a baby. I said, "Mum, I don't even like rugby." I spat everything out. I said, my exams, I was like, "I'm not ready, I'm not fit, I haven't gone to gym in a month, I've done nothing." And obviously my mum being very supportive, she'd say stuff like, "Man up, stop being such a baby." And yeah, so I eventually got dragged onto that plane the next day by my sweet mother, and I was off to Italy. Arrived, everything very professional, everyone got there, congratulated, great bunch of lads. Go to sleep, first day of training. I arrived there thinking, alright, I'm Sam Merrick, I play for Bath, I'm, first team vice captain, people, I'm a good player, man. I can train, I can play rugby, rugby's my thing, nothing to be nervous about. First thing I do when they get there, he picks up a bib, he said, "Alright, you're a sub, go with the subs." I mean, I'll be honest with you, it's not a feeling I've been used to. I mean, I certainly wasn't happy, but I'm a newbie, I didn't know anything about the way they play. I was still learning, I've never had no international experience. So I went along training, gave it a good go, and after training, coach said, "Alright, go off showers, go back to your rooms." And I was like, "Yeah, I'm gonna go back to the room, I'm tired. I mean, I could stay out training a bit more, but I'm just gonna go to the room. I mean, I had a flight. I mean, it's fine, I'll go back to my room," without noticing my opposite number, which was the starting hooker, spending an extra half an hour out there practicing his skills. But I didn't care, I was going back to my room, I was tired. So, first game came around, North Wales, middle of nowhere. Get there, get to the stadium, warm up, and then we go out. That was craziest moment of my life. Go out there, cameras flashing, people chanting, well, mostly for Wales, but you could hear a few Italians out there. And yeah, get out there, you stand there and you sing the anthem, and I'll tell you now, at that point, that was the greatest moment of my life. I look out there, I see my mum, I see my stepdad, they'd driven 5 hours to get there. And that moment there, that's irreplaceable for me. Obviously that excitement went very quickly because it was freezing cold and I had to go sit on a bench. But I sat there and I thought, okay, 2 hookers, me and the other guy, they'll give us a half each. I haven't come all the way to Italy just to play a minute. I'm playing a half. They're going to bring me on at half time. I sit there, we wait, we're winning the game. Get to half time, I'm saying, right, I'm ready, I'm loosening up already. And no coach comes to speak to me. I'm like, okay, 10 minutes later, I'm gonna go on 10 minutes. Get back out there. 77th minute, my name gets called out. 3 minutes after the game. We're winning by a lot, there's nothing to lose. And he called my name, all right, I start loosening up. First thing I got to do is a line out. I have to throw the ball in, I've done 100 times. Practiced it all week. I got there, the ball boy gives me the ball, I said, "Nah, towel it off a bit more, it's a bit too wet for me." Gives it back. I set, I hear the call, and I absolutely shanked the throw. Worst throw of my life. And yeah, I mean, I laugh about it now, but at that moment, that was my dream. I dreamt about that since I was a young boy, and that my dream had been ruined right in front of me. By myself. There's no one else to blame. But that was it. The moment I'd been thinking about that moment for since I've been playing rugby, since I was a young boy, and I've ruined it. That was it. And that night, I mean, we'd won the game. No one blamed me. No one even remembered it. 'Cause we were so happy. Everyone else was so happy winning. Everyone else was celebrating. Everyone else was celebrating, and I went back to my room. I phoned my parents and I said, I knew I couldn't do it. I knew I wasn't ready for this. I should have never gone. I wasn't ready. I'm not up to the standard. Later on that night, I get a knock on my room, and it's the starting hooker. The guy that played 77 minutes in my position comes to my, takes time after going out. He's probably a bit drunk, but he comes to speak to me. He says, "Listen, Sam." Well, he said it in Italian, but listen, Sam. Look, I know you're upset. I know you're worried. I know you're worried about next game, how you're gonna throw. But for the next week, I want you to stay with me after every session, and we'll go through every line, we'll go through every skill, and you won't have that same mistake again. So that's what we did. For the next week, I picked his brain about everything. I spoke to coaches. I learned every line out, and that next game against Scotland, we won, and I got 4 out of 4 of my lineouts, which is very good. And there again, winning that game, that then became the best moment of my life. So in 2 weeks, I had 2 of the best moments of my life, which is pretty decent. That game there again, mum, stepdad turned up, my nan came, because she was in Italy anyway. Game was in Italy. And that moment then is when I realised why I did it, why I went off to Italy. I mean, it's all good going there for a bit of ego, so you can come back and tell everyone how good it was. But the moment that game finished, my parents came onto the field, and my stepdad started blubbering, crying. That was a really special moment for me, and it only got better when I got back to school. The praise I got from my friends, from teachers that don't even like rugby. But they're just like, the fact they're so proud of me, I know it's made me appreciate how special this place is, and how lucky I am to have been in a place where people really do care. And yeah, but what I really realised is, after all the praise, everyone being proud of me, I mean, I'd only played 28 minutes in 2 games. And okay, second game, I practiced for a week. But I knew that if I wanted to get better, if I really wanted to carry on and become the best, because in the end that's what I'm striving for, I want to be the best. I mean, a week of practicing, of solid practice isn't enough. So, in terms of, I came back with new attitudes towards rugby. I tried to have new attitudes towards work, but obviously that's quite difficult. And yes, so now, I realised that week of hard training for that match, that's a representation of what my life will have to be if I really want to get to where I want to get to. And I know I've got people here that are willing to help me. The rugby staff here, they're willing to put endless hours in me to help me achieve that and become the best. So that's my piece. I hope you take something from it. And thank you very much for listening.